What's up, my favorite TV besties? What's going on? I am your girl, Ash. Especially if you are new here, welcome, kick back, relax. My oldies but goodies, y'all already know what time it is. Look, let's get all into this. Let's get all into this short, not long, recap here as we're going to try to focus on shorter ones versus longer ones. You know, do a little switch up here on the channel. I do recaps here. If you're new, basically reviews of TV shows, movies, stuff like that. It's going to be more TV. It's going to be more than just these reality TV shows. I promise you. My Netflix list is just waiting for stuff for me to just talk about. But y'all, let's get into this. Black Ink is back on, y'all. Season 10, episode 1, 10 years in the making. And after 10 years in the making, y'all, after 10 years, it's finally going to shit. It's finally going to shit. Like at this point, this very well could be our last Black Ink New York. Because clearly Black Ink Chicago, like, they are right over there. But at the same time, even from looking at that episode and his people feeling a ways about the cameras, like at this point, y'all, I don't know what's in the plans or what's in the plans for Black Ink at this point. But I know Black Ink New York. See, they done fired Caesar at this point, because y'all know I was late. Y'all know I'm always late to everything. Y'all know I find out everything last. I learned everything last. So it was news to me. I didn't learn about Caesar's whole debacle with the dog until I seen the previews come out. And that they as well had fired him. Like, so these beginning episodes, he's here, he's present, but clearly as the episodes go on and it comes out about him abusing the dog, y'all know one thing. VH1 is white owned. And they don't play by their dogs, okay? White people don't play by their dogs, period. It's not even to say that black people don't play by their dogs, but really, it's really all in general. I'm being cute when I say that, but all in general, people don't play about their dogs. People don't play about their animals, and you are caught, which I'm definitely sure at this point was Suzette. Because Suzette they broke up last season, if that was the season then. Yeah, that was technically season 9. They broke up. Now they're back together. And from what Tati said on her live that has happened to catch on YouTube, that basically somebody else had, put up there, was that, of course, she's putting it on Suzette, which sounds like her and Suzette are back, not together. So, yeah, it's very much given Suzette probably drop that news. But nonetheless, PDP, y'all. PDP. Because that's where I'm at for this episode. That's where I'm at. Like, Caesar was given every bit of public display of pettiness that he was all wanting to get. Caesar has been in straight business mode for a while. He's been in straight business mode ever since wanting to, basically turn Black Ink into a franchise and put Black Ink in almost every freaking city, okay, in the United States of America. So boom, it's happening, but he has 2 tattoo shops that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, okay? There's Indianapolis and there's Milwaukee. And Puma is over Indianapolis and Teddy is over Milwaukee. They haven't been checking into their stores. Now, mind you, at the same time, they got other stuff going on too. Almost everybody got other stuff going on too. Like even Rock and Crystal went and got their own shop, y'all. But that's not for tonight. We don't get into that. We just going to drop that in there to be like, oh, okay, now we learning why y'all wasn't able to come to work or why y'all was late to, when they went to Atlanta that time, because y'all over here want to shop. I don't even want to stay on that, even though C supposedly knows, supposedly got a heads up about that, but we ain't here for that. We just about C's being on his business stuff and expecting everybody to kind of just like fall in line. And as usual, No C's is famous. He's famous for having his old team meetings or whatever or whatnot and pulling everybody in. Like basically, Black Ink, in order for us to grow, Black Ink needs to be your main priority. It needs to be your number one. That's cool. That's cool if that's what you want, that's what you want out of your employees. If that be the case, then hey, maybe you do need to drop some employees. Like Bay has been having like her own shop, I guess, necessarily, so to speak. Like she's been kind of been doing she's been doing her own thing for like years now. Like we know this. Nobody's over here fussing at Bay. Granted, no, she might not have. Did she technically open up a shop? I feel like no, she didn't necessarily open up a shop. She just kind of like got her own space necessarily. I don't even know, but either way, he ain't coming at Bay and how he coming at Crystal and them. Okay, so, but I guess he feel like they banking off of the name. How? I think I need to know that or whatever. Like, he's just calling everybody out. Like, so the dude, Spider. Spider is that dude, Buck. Because, boy, Buck got them teeth. Buck over here has been an apprentice. He's like graduated, so we're going to show out this whole like, graduation for him. In the midst of graduation, he decides that he wants to put out or have an award ceremony and gives a petty award to Puma and gives a petty award to Teddy. Anybody else, while we on Teddy, does anybody else feel like that Teddy made it seem like maybe I took it for what I wanted to be, but when Teddy was basically talking about this brother that he's estranged with, this was the same brother that he was talking about in those older episodes when he was going back and forth to court for his brother, and when they were trying to give him this time, but that's the same brother, right? Because that made me think that y'all had a closer relationship than what y'all actually have based on literally what you just said in this episode. But okay. I digress. I believe that alone because that's really important. I just want to point that out and see if anybody else felt that same way. Talk to me. Make sure you drop down in the comments below. But y'all, what I really felt is, and mind you, this is not new. Puma has had other stuff going on. Like clearly he opened up that whole ink to art, arts to ink shop. Teddy has been over the years slowly like getting into his own thing. So mainly them two. It's just mainly them two because those is A1 day ones or whatever or whatnot. They're basically at the end of the day that's helping him run these shops or whatever or whatnot. So he feels the need to feel like nobody else should have basically a mind outside of Black Ink. Black Ink needs to be the first priority. Boom, boom, boom. But everybody's been saying the same thing about Seeds. That Seeds is just worried about Black Ink. Seeds is not caring about what everybody else got going on with anybody else, and it shows. It shows. Nobody knew about Puma and his son being on the spectrum. Y'all, I'm watching TV. I've been watching reality TV too long. I've been like, it's to the point that I can recognize context clues. When he was obviously, it was just a normal thing. But I'm telling you, it's just, you really have to pay attention to sometimes what these people are actually talking about. When he was sitting there with, why do I want to, Yanni? I want to set up her name right now. But I'm not going to tear it up. When he was sitting with his wife and he was just talking about, his son is wild and he's all over the place. And yeah, well, we got to make sure that, the baby girl feels too, like if she gets the attention too. I'm like, is this just a 3-year-old being a 3? Because that's what dumbed it down to. Oh, nobody, yes. People do talk about it. It's terrible 2s and it's terrible 3s. I think they use 2 different T's for the two or what different. Either way, those 2s and 3s, period. They both terrible. They both terrible. But something was just like, there's something here. Something in my mind was like, there's something here. And when he's, it's basically like, bro, like, you're not the easiest person to talk to. I have been going through some personal stuff. And I, as a parent, I'm a crybaby, so I shed tears right along with Puma. But as well, I have a child. No, not on the spectrum. But at the same time, when you're having kids, you're not thinking that, your kids may have some type of a delay or some type of, go through something that could hinder them, or that you just don't think about these things. I, was great in school, whatever. Yeah, you really got to be realizing like who we out here like laying around with, sleep around with, whatever. Because learning that my son was struggling, in school and was not able to grasp things, and they're like, oh, he needs special ed, and I'm like, you're trying to say my baby is slow? Oh, and they try to fix it. Like, I don't want to make them try to fix it. And, special ed isn't what it used to be and all that. And then my baby got an IEP. My baby got an IEP. I won't expect none of my kids to have the IEP when it comes to their learning. But he do. So it's just to say that I'm not comparing that. I'm not comparing because Lord knows. I just feel for Puma because that is a lot. And that's a lot to take in. And right, you have like a child being on the spectrum. It does make you, it goes even further to now the future wise and what that's going to look like for my kid. And y'all, this was a great first beginning episode. I think that's really all I'm going to say, even for starters. This is really setting the tone. I feel like this is really setting the tone for what's going to happen. This whole 10 year, it should be celebrated. At the same time, it's being celebrated and blown up so much. And C's is so it's like something had to happen to kind of y'all, that crown, they keep showing that crown falling off of the throne, so to speak. It's like he's falling from grace, basically, in so many words. He's now fallen from grace, and now it's like, now what? It's low-key like it might be karma, maybe, y'all. It's something about this is definitely obviously for something to learn. And then maybe obviously y'all like, oh yeah, he probably shouldn't be dogs. Yeah, it's probably something more to that. Because at the same time, C's can be rough. He can be disrespectful. And he can be just down out wrong. So while it's hard to see and believe that, C and C's, when he's not in a good place, when he's been upset, when he goes off, it's like, damn, I kind of seen it in you, bruh. It sucks, y'all. It sucks. But we're going to be right here every week, we ain't gonna hold no commitments, y'all. We ain't gonna hold no commitments, to every week. But I'm definitely gonna try to, get something out if I'm feeling some type of way, if I'm feeling something about that episode. So maybe I'm not even going to even put that on myself as I'm going through my changes of what I want to do and how I want to do these recaps for this channel. But as I'm talking to myself, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts of this episode or anything or whatever that just went down. This petty PDP, Mr. Petty, what is it? I don't even remember what it was, what it is no more. What was it called? Public display of pettiness that C's got going on. Is it right? Is he fair? Is it fair for him to put this oh, y'all should be just on black ink and black ink only? Or should he be more considerate? Or should he get with find more people who is more about building up his brand? In which that's where I'm at with it. And you need to let your people be. You need to ride because they've been riding with you. I don't feel like that's something he need to let them go. Mind you, he could be firing the entire cast. C's be spiraling, y'all. He be spiraling like crazy. Okay? But that's just me. Y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, like this video, comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. And that's that. Bye, y'all. Peace.